The enormous changes under the skin begin with some new underpinnings, to be specific Toyota's TNGA stage, also called the Toyota Next Generation Architecture. Concurring with the adjusted outside measurements, the 2019 Toyota RAV4 likewise accompany more extensive front and back tracks, and in addition shorter shades in front and in back to underline the vehicle's ability out of the way. Also, the ground leeway gets an increase in the greater part an inch. The multi-interface raised suspension was tuned for a harmony between taking care of ability, large commotions, and enhanced ride comfort, while the unibody skeleton is presently 57% more inflexible, which additionally helps in every one of those viewpoints specified previously. Toyota says the outline approach incorporated a gathering of profoundly prepared skilled workers, otherwise called accompany, who helped with making a dealing with setup that responds as planned, regardless of the conditions at play. Specialists worked for around 4 years to tweak each part of RAV4's execution, dealing with soundness and ride comfort. The true objective was basic: build a driving background that is confident and natural, says Toyota. Purchasers get 2 powertrains to browse, beginning with a dynamic force 2.5-liter inline 4-barrel. Prepared on the 5 individual gas-just models, this motor accompanies champion highlights, for example, VVT factor valve timing. The 4 sends its yield through a 8-speed direct shift automatic transmission, more on that in a moment. Next up is a dynamic force 2.5-liter inline 4-barrel mated with the most recent Toyota Hybrid System 2, THS2, effectiveness supporter, in addition to an electronically controlled continuously variable transmission steering yield towards the asphalt. As standard outfit on crossover models, THS2 benefits as much as possible from the 2.5-liter gas burner on account of a high-spec electrical framework to build normal fuel returns. In the 2 cases, the gas-consuming motor uses fast-burning innovation, and also a variable control framework that offers larger amounts of warm effectiveness. This cuts into the measure of vitality loss to the different fumes and cooling frameworks and mechanical parts, and therefore, the ICE deals with an unfathomable 40% warm effectiveness. On crossbreed models, it's up to 41%. The gearbox utilized for the non-crossover models is a direct shift 8 programmed with coordinate bolt-up instruments between the 2nd and 8th forward apparatuses. These are utilized to smooth out moving attributes and lessen the parasitic loss of the torque converter. In a first ever for Toyota, there's likewise dynamic torque vectoring AWD with a rear driveline disconnect highlight. Fundamentally, this setup assists with grasp, while the back driveline disengage decreases fuel utilization when the additional hold isn't required. The AWD framework is offered as standard on the limited trim gas model and all adventure trim models. It works by sending half of the accessible motor torque to the back wheels, appropriating it in simply the perfect sum between the left and right wheels for ideal grasp and taking care of attributes. A ratchet-type canine grasp is utilized for the front and back wheel shafts. While cruising, the back torque circulation is detached, enhancing proficiency by diminishing parasitic misfortune much further. Keeping it FWD likewise decreases vibrations, smoothing out the ride considerably more. This new AWD framework is in reality only one of 3 AWD frameworks Toyota is putting forth with the RAV4. There's additionally the AWDI framework for half and half models, and a non-dynamic torque vectoring AWD framework on the center gas-roused models. The half and half arranged AWDI gets higher torque at the back hub, expanding turn by as much as 30% contrasted with the active model's AWDI. There's likewise multi-terrain select offered on all AWD gas-controlled models, with an assortment of drive modes on the table to handle landscape like snow, mud, sand, and shakes. Those searching for the most grands conceivable ought to consider the XSE Show, which offers the most power and fastest quickening of the group. The XSE likewise gets lively suspension tuning, making it the best taken care of model in the lineup too.